Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I wanted to take a moment and talk about 5 tips for managing ADHD in the summertime. Because, summertime has a way of just throwing everything into chaos. So that's why today I wanted to take a moment and talk about 5 things you can do to help with managing ADHD during the summer, whether it is for yourself or for a child. But before I get into that, I want to take a quick moment and say, if you are subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of our awesome world. If you're not yet subscribed, please take a moment and click the subscribe button below so you can join all this awesomeness. And remember to tick the bell so you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you your different options of where you could get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, let me get back. First, implement some structure. Even though there are so many different changes, whether it is in your own schedule or your children's schedule, or maybe it's your child who has ADHD or maybe it's you who has ADHD. Whomever it is who is in the system, in the family, in the unit who has ADHD, implement structure. The same way that structure works and helps during the school year, during the rest of the year, structure will help you in the summer, especially when there are so many balls in the air, so many different commitments, so many different changes that are happening to the regular schedule. Making sure that you keep some structure. If it's about creating a calendar for what are we doing this week at work, or what is it that you have going on at work, and how do your children's activities impact your regular work schedule? Or maybe it's for your child. What are the tasks now that the child is not in school right now? What does the child need to be doing throughout this week? So make sure that you implement some structure, because structure has been a really good friend of people with ADHD, even though it's hard to get into it. But once you got into it, once you developed and built that system, it worked for you during the year. It will still help you in the summer when things are more chaotic. 2, set goals and make plans. Don't just leave your summer up in the air like that. Make plans, set goals, because again, in keeping with the structure, it helps to know what is coming up. It helps to eliminate some of the surprises that could come up. It helps to prepare whatever may be needed as the summer takes place. It helps to know what is happening, what is coming up. It helps whether it's you or your child to be able to put things together, put whatever systems need to be put in place. And the other thing that also helps, especially if your summer is less busy, I wouldn't say less busy, or if your summer is different from the rest of the year, maybe you're in school during the rest of the year, or maybe your child is in school during the rest of the year. Make sure that there are things to do to keep things challenging, because let's say you don't have a plan for your child who has ADHD. What's going to happen is they're going to get into all sorts of different things because they struggle with not being challenged. They struggle with not having enough to do. They struggle with just chaos. They struggle with chaos. That's what it is. Make plans and set goals and create a framework for the summer so that you're able to add some structure to it, and they're working towards something. It helps when you do that. Whatever it is that's coming up, vacations, time, even if you are not going on vacation, but you have regular time off, what are we doing with these things? Make plans and definitely set goals to help, keep it challenging and interesting and, keep the brain going. 3, make time for learning, especially for students, whether the student is you or the student is your child. Make sure that you are setting some time for learning, because again, keeping with the challenge, you don't just leave a child who has created a structure that has been working and helping them with managing school or managing whatever they've been managing all year, and then you tell them, hey, it's the summer, do whatever. No, make time for learning because that helps them continue to practice all those same skills that they've been implementing throughout the year. It helps them to keep that it helps them not lose the system. It helps them stay in the system. That's a better way. It helps them stay in the system. So make time for learning, both because they are learning and it actually for a lot of reasons they are learning. It helps them stay within their system. It helps with keeping up with the structure. It keeps them from falling back. There is a lot of reason why people should continue learning in the summer. So definitely make time for learning, whether it's reading on a daily basis, doing some whatever the engage your brain. Yeah. 4, adjust and keep up with medication. During the summer, a lot of times things are not as regimented as they are throughout the rest of the year. Maybe you will be traveling. Maybe you don't have as many demands. Maybe your work is a little bit more relaxed. Maybe your child is doesn't have to go to school, so you don't feel that they need to have the medication that they had all year round. It's fine to make adjustments, but make sure that the don't just make the adjustment and call it a day. Ideal situation, make adjustments with your prescriber. Have a conversation with whether it's your child's doctor or your doctor, whomever it is that usually prescribes that medication. Make sure you have that conversation so that you work on, okay, we're going to adjust the medication. This is how we're adjusting it. And of course, that you keep up with whatever that adjustment is. You want to maintain that routine. ADHD thrive on routines. So make sure that you reach out, whatever adjustments needs to be made to the medication schedule, do that. And of course, keep up. Once you've adjusted it, keep up with it. 5, engage in more active activities instead of screen activities. Because with ADHD, sometimes, especially with children with ADHD, sometimes they need to take that time and go be active and engage in something that doesn't just challenge them mentally, but something that challenges them physically. And sometimes they just have all that energy that they need to burn off. So make sure that you create a balance so that it's not just, hey, I'm doing the movies, I'm doing the iPad, I'm doing the whatever tablet. There needs to be some physical activities. There needs to be a balance of physical activity because the exercise is very helpful with ADHD. And being hands-on, being more engaged can also help with learning and with retention and with just helping them thrive and helping them or you manage the ADHD symptoms. So make sure that you're at least creating a balance. But my preference is always, hey, be more active and less sitting there on some type of electronic. Let's do a quick recap. 1, implement structure because it helps to have a plan and keep things organized. 2, set goals and make plans. Even if the goal is that you're reading a book during the summer, whatever it is that you have coming up, set some goals for your summer and definitely make plans for whatever the activities are that are coming up, whether it's going to the movies or going to the park. Make plans. 3, make time for learning because learning needs to be a year-round thing. It keeps you from falling behind and it also provides an opportunity for you to maintain the structure that is working throughout the year. 4, adjust and keep up with medication. Talk to you whomever is prescribing your medication or your child's medication. Make the adjustments that you want to make and so that you can keep up with your medication within the new parameters. And finally, engage in more active things instead of screen activities because 1, the exercise is awesome and it helps to keep that balance. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.